This is Jackie, and I'm here with Diego of Volumes at New York Warped Tour. How's it going so far today? It's definitely a much better weather day than previous stops.
Oh my goodness, yeah, for sure. Every day's been blazing hot, and today it was good to walk out and just be have normal weather. So
Normal weather where you can actually function, you can breathe, you can move around. It's definitely a help. How do you keep the energy going on a 5 6 week tour where the weather is often a factor day in and day out?
honestly, well, I'm. It's our bus, you know. Our bus has air conditioning, so we can go back there and relax, stay in the cool off, shower. Also, I have to give a huge shout out to our crew. They wake up early. They load in our stuff early in the morning. We have a great tour manager, Joe. Shout out Joe Horror. Thanks to them, they make our lives easier. But yeah, we really just we go hard an hour and a half a day, and we're drenched and soaked in sweat by the end of every single day. And we just get back to the bus and relax, take a shower. So that's pretty much the only way to get by. Also, doing exercise, push ups, eating healthy, that really helps too.
How on earth, as someone who has covered this tour for 8 years now, how on earth do you eat right and find time to exercise on Warped Tour?
To whoever's running the catering on this tour, because they have like low carb options every day. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard because I have all these desserts in front of you, but
You gotta make a good choice.
chicken or whatever. But if you ask Selena, who was at catering, for the low carb option, they had a grilled chicken today. So I just had some kale salad, grilled chicken, and
He's lying. He had the fried chicken. He decided to just go for it.
but thanks to that, that also helps too.
Have good options there. That must be nice. Speaking of good option, lots of positive changes going on for volumes lately. How did you guys find Mike Terry for vocals?
Um, I met him hammered at a party, me, like in LA, randomly. And he came up to me, he's like, hey, you're in Volumes, right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, hey, you guys looking for a singer? I'm like, yeah, man. And then we just started talking. We had some drinks, and I exchanged his number, and then yeah. And I guess I called him back like a week later, and he had forgotten that we even saw each other. And we were in the audition of process of auditioning a lot of people then. And I remember I got home, like, I'm like, yo, Gus, because I live with Gus, he's my brother. Like, yo, Gus, I ran into Mike Terry from Bury Your Dead last night. Like, he wants to try out. And Gus was like, what the fuck? Give him a call right now. Let's do this shit. And I called him back. And he came in and he auditioned just like everyone else, and he smashed it. And yeah, that was it.
Where did that come from? What inspired the lyrics?
Lyrics are about Gus's some of his past drug problems. So the song's about drugs, and but that's what he chose to write it about. Musically, I wanted to write for this single. I wanted to put out a song that wasn't too light, but or too heavy. Something that kind of that showcase what the record's gonna be like. Cause this record has a lot of heavy shit, but we also took things to a different level melodically. It's a lot more melodies, a lot more hooks. You know, there's still a lot of riffing. You know, so I want to release a song that showcased both a little bit of everything. You know, and that also stayed true to that sounded a little bit more like our older shit too. You know, so our fans could enjoy. I did it for the fans.
When can fans expect the new album? Fast date yet, but it's coming up soon. What are some other things that influence the songwriting on this album?
Um, what influenced me to write music is just my atmosphere. You know, the way I feel, the energy in the room. Um, Different artists I'm listening to. Like honestly, I don't really listen to a lot of metal. I don't really listen to a lot of even rock or whatever. I'm listening to a lot of hip hop. I produce hip hop. I do a lot of that. Shout out Puya, Buffet Boys. Love you guys. Um, I was listening when I was writing this record. I was listening to a lot of Future. I was listening even like Drake, you know,
Everywhere.
Feeney. Um, I listened to my friends Puya, um, Buffet Boys, Suicide Boys, and that really influenced me a lot. Like, believe it or not, actually for certain parts of the record, like we even took patterns like kick patterns from like Future songs, and I would start an idea with that, and then eventually turn it into a metal volume song.
We're from sort of hip hop to metal.
Inspiration from anything, you could get. I'm sure, like if you're writing jazz music, you could gain inspiration from. It doesn't even have to be music. It just has to be a feeling. You have to translate the energy into the song. So
How do you go about choosing your set for Warped Tour where you've got 30 minutes, you got to make it count?
I think about it like this. These kids are only going to get a taste of 30 minutes of volumes. We have hours of music, but we only have 30 minutes to show you guys what we can or what we're about. So we chose a lot of heavy songs on this tour, and then we chose some of the hits like Erase. Erase is a slower song. It's not really a moshy song, but it's an emotional song, and I know a lot of our fans that connect to it musically. But the set, as far as the set goes, we try to choose a set that works well when it comes to us interacting with the crowd, to make sure that everyone feels like they're a part of the show. Because it's not just us; it's about everyone who comes and watches Volumes live. It's one big family.
Volumes. This is Jackie.